Hello, everyone. Welcome to Coaching Think Talk. So I'm Coach Candee Teng from Life Coach Philippines, and this is coaching for mental fitness. So this coaching conversation is for individuals who wants to become mentally fit so they can be empowered to take full responsibility and accountability with their decisions in life, regardless of their mental condition or their mental state. And my mission is to empower 1 million individuals to become mentally fit so they can courageously journey outside of their comfortable lifestyle towards the recovery of their broken name, broken identity, and broken dreams so that they can design and truly live a life of stewardship or a life of responsibility. So thank you for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. Please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this session. So you may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. And if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. So I'm streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. So a great afternoon to you all. My episode for this session of coaching for mental fitness is how dairy and gluten affects your mental health. So if you know a little bit of this, then please do share with me. Type it in the comment section or the comment box. And of course, I encourage you to engage. Feel free to share your comments, your thoughts, your feedback, and to ensure that we can have a more meaningful conversation this afternoon. And of course, I encourage you to tag your friends if you know someone who's into a healthier, who wants to transition to a healthier lifestyle, and who wants to know more about, of course, nutrition and how the food that we eat affects our mental health, impacts our brain health. Then, of course, I invite you to tag them or even share this video personally to them. And of course, in case you're meeting me for the first time, so my name is Coach Candee Teng. I am a master builder, apprentice of Master Coach A. So we just had this week's culminating activity, the culmination of the 7-month journey with my fellow kindred coaches, with my fellow builders. Ayan, so master builder apprenticeship. So this is one of the sessions that we had um together. And of course, I am a proud scholar of Master Coach's Tribe Speak, a 6 to 6 figure speaking career training program. And of course, as a builder apprentice, we help you build tribe and make your unstoppable dream to come true. And of course, with that, I am the creator and founder of When Comfort is Not So Comfortable coaching community. So when you talk about comfort, it is not only limited to your physical comforts, but this can be your mental comforts, your emotional comforts, the comfort, the default comforts, the patterns, the cycles that we are so used to going through in our life. So this can be the excuses, the reasons that we have in our mind, the perception that we have in mind, the way that we interpret things, where we are just so comfortable and automatically if we see something, we associate it with another, with a previous experience of us. So we have that like a fixed perception as well of other people, of situations, of things that happens to you. And of course, in life, we all know that change is constant and we all need to change. We all need to grow. We need to transform. We need to continuously evolve, and transform to become our better selves every day. And oftentimes, when change is involved, it is challenging. If people find it challenging, of course, it is very, very uncomfortable. And because it is uncomfortable, there's the fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of other people, what other people might say, fear of rejection, and so on. These people choose not to. go out of their comfort zone and just remain in their comfort zones, and eventually, they become pained with comfort because they know in their minds, they know in their hearts that they need to change, that they want to change, but they don't take action on it. And oftentimes, it's not that we don't want to take action, but you just need someone to journey with you. So that's what my group is all about. It's helping you to become mentally fit. It starts with your fitness, with your mental fitness. It starts with how you see things. It starts with the mental models that we have in our mind, no? And how and in this group I will be journeying with you to become mentally fit so you can gain the courage to be able to step out of your comfort zone. And of course, I am a proud coachee of Master Coach A. So we have been in partnership for like at least 3 years now, and we are still ongoing, and I started with Master Coach A. When I came to Master Coach A, I was clinically diagnosed with multiple mental illnesses. And we had the journey of working on my mental wellness through mental fitness. That's why we have this coaching for mental fitness, and it is one of the advocacy of Master Coach A as well, is to have a mentally fit community, to have a mentally fit world, to have for Filipinos to become mentally fit so they can get out of the scarcity, of the poverty, and into a life of abundance, no, and overflow. Hey, so if you want to connect with me, this is my page, Life Coach Candee, and this is my group when comfort is not so comfortable coaching community. I invite you to join and journey with me, and let's build a community together. And of course, if you want to drop me a personal notes, you want to ask me questions, then this is my Facebook personal account. So I only have this account, so this is what it looks like. If you see other accounts that doesn't look like this, that's not me. Okay. And of course, I invite you to like and follow the Cup Coffee Republic. This is the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines, and I am in the function area, no, of the Cup Coffee Republic. And of course, I invite you to become a channel of love and hope as you bless someone with a meal from the Cup Coffee Republic. And we have so many new menu. Okay, we have new foods, all targeted not only for your physical health but for your mental health as well. So the food that we have here are very intentional, and it has something to do with your mental health. It has something to do to help you become mentally fit, not only physically fit, physically well, but as well mentally well. So of course, I invite you to bless someone and gift them with a meal from Big Cup Coffee Republic. And along with that gift, send a personal message to inspire that person today, is to send a word of encouragement, inspiration, a word of hope, a word of love, okay? And even forgiveness, no? And of course, by that, you partner with us in helping us bring healing into someone's life, especially in this season, okay? So be blessed all the more for being a blessing. So as I begin, of course, I invite you to get your hashtag pack my bag moment. So your hashtag pack my bag moment are the aha moments, key points, words, lessons that resonated with you. So ito yung pwede pong uwiin, no? Pwede mong uwiin, dalhin pa uwi. You usually, what we call, people usually call this epiphany. These are powerful truths, no? That can even pinch your heart. Ayan. And I encourage you to share your hashtag pack my bag moment on your timeline so you get to bless other people as well. Especially mahilig mag-scroll ng newsfeed. I'm sure lalabas po doon yung hashtag pack my bag moment mo. And when they get to see that, you get to be blessed. You get to become a blessing as well. So as I am blessing you with my learning, no, you are blessing other people as well. And that's one of the ways that we can create change and become the change that we want, diba? So of course, if you want to put a context so people will know where your hashtag pack my bag moment comes from, you can put hashtag coaching think talk, hashtag mentally fit Phil, hashtag mental fitness first. Okay. So to proceed, I have started. No, we have been in a 7 week journey. This is the 8 week journey of no, iniisa-isa natin, no, the 13-step formula to balancing your brain chemistry. And right now we are on the 8th week, which is eliminate dairy and and gluten. And often we are not aware that our everyday exposure to environmental toxins can actually cause results in defective mitochondrial cell function, which causes dementia, Alzheimer's, depression, anxiety, and other neurological diseases. Okay, and we all know. I don't know if you know, no, but our bodies are really, really made wonderfully. So we have our own healing mechanisms, and oftentimes, no, when we are not aware of the and of how our environments affects our chemistry, our bodies, no, internally, then eventually the ability of the body to heal itself or gets impaired by what by dependent on what we surround ourselves with, what we use, what we eat. Okay, so in order for all the healing and restoration in our body to take place, in order to get back and get back track on health, the body needs, of course, nutrition, and the body needs protection, the body needs care and nurturing. So these are ways of sharing with you, no, ways on how do you actually take care of your brain, take care of your mental health. And again, for this episode, it's how dairy and gluten affects your mental health. Because if we dive deep again, di ba, with eliminate dairy and gluten, naku ha, 'di ba? Ano muna yung dairy? Ano muna yung gluten? So you have to first become educated with what these are, okay? So if you look at here, I'm going to read it, I think, because it is too small in your screen, no? So if you see me looking here, I'm looking at the screen. Okay. So eliminate dairy and gluten. There is a study by world-renowned immunologist, yan, Artisto Vodani, shows that dairy and gluten are actually known to cause inflammatory reaction and immune responses that destroys brain tissues. And if you've been journeying with me through coaching for mental fitness, mental neurological diseases, mental illnesses are caused with inflammations inside of our brain. Yeah, so that's something that you really want to look into. So would you have ever imagined that gluten would actually cause manic depressive episodes, severe anxiety, panic attacks, and for some, no, even Alzheimer's. Yeah. Yeah. So, according to him, he has personally seen this in countless numbers of clients he have worked with. And once they realized that gluten was a huge trigger, remember that gluten is a trigger, they had no problem staying away from it because oftentimes, no, we all know that food is life. Food is really good, especially we have so much options to choose from, no, with all the kinds of food that there is. It's really sumptuous, no, and oftentimes we are just not mindful, and no one have really spoken to us and educated us, no, on how it actually affects your health and much more your brain health. So ang tanong kasi muna, what is gluten? Do you know what gluten is? Okay. Yeah. So these are samples of gluten. Okay. So gluten is actually a protein naturally found in grains, in some grains, including wheat, barley, rye. So gluten acts as a binder. Okay. So binder siya. It holds food together and it adds the stretchy quality. So think of a pizza, di ba? Pag ginagawa mo yung dough, nag-i-stretch siya. I don't know if you have seen a pizza maker talaga na gumagawa fresh na ng pizza na talagang dough ginagawa niya yung dough, 'di ba? Yung dough mismo nag-i-stretch siya. You can toss it, it expand, it stretches, no. From out of a small a ball of dough. So that's actually gluten. So gluten, no, that's a property of gluten. So without gluten, the dough will drip easily, uh, mabilis siyang matanggal, mabilis siyang masira. Okay, so if the things that you have are more of bindy, no, kaya mo stretch or something, it usually contains gluten. So other grains that contain gluten are wheat berries, spelt, durum, and madami to, okay? Wheat, okay? And oats, if you're asking oats, oats are naturally gluten gluten-free, but since there is so much production ongoing, no, processes ongoing, often they contain gluten nowadays because of cross-contamination when they grow near a product, no, that contains gluten from cross contamination in facilities. Okay? So, pag pinagsama-sama mo siya, eventually nagkakaroon na siya. So, gluten is also sold as wheat gluten or seitan, which is a popular vegan high-protein food. So, in vegan, no, mga vegan vegetarians, no, they usually have meat substitute, and this often contains gluten. However, of course, gluten-free options of products, no, are available. Okay, are available. So, gluten, hindi naman lahat ng gluten okay? Not all, not all, not all. So again, like any food, no, especially if it comes naturally, not everything is dangerous for your health. But oftentimes, too much consumption is what makes it difficult, and the unawareness of ano ba yung state ng body mo, of your health, no. So gluten is most often associated with wheat and wheat containing foods that are abundant in our food supply. Okay, and oftentimes it becomes hard when a person especially has celiac disease, which is an autoimmune disease, no. And actually okay, there is a finding as well, no, that non-celiac individuals who avoid gluten may actually risk their heart disease. So technically, if you look at it, gluten is good for the heart, but again, too much consumption of it and being unaware of your health condition, if you don't know if you have kunyari, no, celiac disease, this can be detrimental for your health. Okay, so gluten as well now may act as prebiotic, and if you've been following me, I've talked about prebiotics, probiotics, psychobiotics, gut and brain health. Okay, that the connection with it. So prebiotic is a good bacteria in your bodies, no, and we all know that this helps no stimulate the activity of bifo bifidobacteria in the colon. So these bacteria are normally found in a healthy human gut, and changes in their amount of or activity have been associated with gastrointestinal diseases, including inflammatory bowel disease, colorectal cancer, IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome. So, pag titingnan mo siya, and too much gluten as well will eventually affect your gut health. So when is gluten a problem? So what's not great about gluten is that it can actually cause serious side effects in individuals. No, not all, but in some individuals, certain individuals. So people have different reactions to gluten, where the body senses its toxin and causing one's immune cells to over attack. No, to overreact and attack it. So if unknowingly a sensitive person continues to eat gluten, then this creates a kind of battleground inside your body, resulting in inflammation. And the side effects can range from fatigue, bloating, alternating constipation and diarrhea, to severe unintentional weight loss, malnutrition, intestinal damage, and of course, neurological diseases. Ayan, that's some of it, no? So, what is actually a gluten-free diet? If you've been hearing this, no, gluten-free diet. So, marami na to many people are already switching to it, or a gluten low diet, no. So this is essentially a diet that removes all foods containing or contaminated with gluten. However, since gluten containing whole grains contain fiber and nutrients, including B vitamins, magnesium, and iron, it's important to make up as well if you're going on a gluten-free diet with vitamins, no? And you want to be able to consume naturally gluten-free foods in their whole form, in their natural form, like fruits, sugar, legumes, nuts, seeds, fish, eggs, and poultry. So the following I will be sharing, no, um, examples of food, no, that are naturally inherently gluten-free. So if you've heard of quinoa. Quinoa is good. Brown, black, or red rice. That means white rice has gluten. Okay. So buckwheat, amaranth, millet, corn, sorghum, teff, and gluten-free oats. You want to be able to look at oats, no? Like I said, oats are naturally gluten-free, but since they are being manufactured in the same facilities that contains gluten, oftentimes it comes with gluten as well. So you really want to go for specifically gluten-free. And actually, there is a research on how gluten actually impacts the brain. And did you know that it could actually lead to psychiatric problems, which this research is more than 60 years ago, so matagal na siya, no? With especially a schizophrenic group of people. So schizophrenia is frequently found in people with celiac disease, and celiac disease is frequently found in people with schizophrenia. So this is common in cultures where gluten grains are rarely eaten. Schizophrenia are rare, no, and non-existent. So if you don't know, schizophrenia is one of a neurological diseases. It's one mental illness. Okay. So in a study published in January 1966, no, researchers calculated the numbers of women admitted to mental health hospital and the consumption of wheat and rye during the same period. And they found a significant positive correlation between the increase in average annual admissions, no, in each country and the increase in consumption of wheat and rye, no. And the reverse was also true that as gluten grain rations are decreased, so did the rate of their admission of people in psychiatric institution. So they found that gluten contains polypeptides or protein fragments that are able to bind to morphine receptors in the brain. And these are the same receptors, so medyo scientific na to, no, that the polypeptides in opiate drugs bind to. So this is called exorphins, no? This is short for exogenous morphine-like compounds. Hello, Coach Part. Ayan. So um, this is different from endorphins, okay? Anyway, masyado na siyang science, no? So, in short, this receptor sites impacts the degree of pleasure and reward that we feel and causes. And because of that, if you've journeyed with me to Sweet Tooth and Sugar 101, no, in mindful eating, and I had this as well in mental fitness, the sugar addiction, no, um, we get withdrawal effects, and it alter actually your brain chemistry, and eventually it causes as well neurological damage. So just like sweets, no, may ina-activate siyang kakaibang areas sa brain mo, and it releases this kinds of hormones, no, that as well activates the pleasure and reward. Kaya would you find it hard na, 'di ba, pag nag-cut up ka on rice, na hinahanap siya ng katawan mo. If you cut back on bread, if you're used to eating bread, hinahanap siya ng katawan mo, and it's as if you're having a withdrawal symptom. So there is actually science behind it. Ayan. So it's just like sugar, no. I'm not saying it's exactly, but it has um the same forma, no, forma tuloy. It has the same it looks the same, no, with sugars and how sugar works. So okay. So exorphins might be the active factors in wheat, actually, yan siya, which is in glutens, no, that causes the deterioration of course, your mental health. So ayan, 'di ba, kakaiba siya. So may ganun pala siya. So let's look more into how the gluten actually the 8 ways that gluten can actually inflame your gastrointestinal tract. And we all know that there is the gut and brain connection. So your gut and your brain is directly related. So therefore, if your gut is unhealthy, your brain becomes unhealthy, and it's the same way. So bilateral yan, no? Dalawa siya. they co-communicate. So gut goes to the brain and brain goes to the gut. And the gut is actually known as your second brain. So if you want to know more about the gut-brain connection, look for it in Coach AI-Connect or here no dito sa videos ng Coaching for Mental Fitness. I have talked about this. So in people, especially with celiac disease, no, gluten causes intestinal dysbiosis, a condition in which the gut bacteria are out of balance. And we know if the gut bacteria is out of balance, good luck with our brains. So, yan. So gut bacteria impacts the mood. We all know I've talked about this, no. So the gut bacteria affects your mood so much that our gut is sometimes dubbed as our second brain. So in some people, gluten could also erode the gut lining mo, no? Um, when certain foods enter your bloodstream, so your immune system, it responds to an attack by a foreign object and sends an emergency and SOS message throughout your nervous system, which can generate symptoms of anxiety and depression. Ayan. So, pag titingnan mo siya, no, hindi lang talaga siya related to many kinds of diseases in your gut, no. But it is actually very much related to mood disorders as well, such as anxiety and depression. So basically, gluten triggers inflammation, and like I said, mental illnesses are inflammations in our brain. Okay, and the response to that inflammation can affect different organs and tissues, all of which impact our mood. So a damaged intestinal wall also means that you are not properly absorbing essential nutrients, especially those critical to mood functioning like zinc, vitamin B, vitamin Bs, kasi madaming klaseng vitamin B, okay, and vitamin D. And these are critical vitamins that your brain actually needs, the nutrient that your brain needs. And if our intestines no are unhealthy, that means you are not manufacturing as much serotonin. Okay, since 80 to 90% of serotonin is produced in our nerve cells, and gluten could also limit the production of tryptophan, an amino acid that is the precursor of serotonin. Okay, and serotonin is very important for our brain health. So that's with gluten. Sabi ni Coach Rizal, ni Coach Part, the struggle is real. Yes, magka-link kasi if you look at it, no. Um, Gluten is often found in starchy foods, in breads, no. And sugar, on the other hand, nasa carbs din yan, which is oftentimes starchy food as well. So, pag nakikita mo, very strong talaga yung link. That's why I discussed as well na yung sweet, if you cut back on sweets, suddenly it translates into cravings for fried foods, for breads, for rice. Tumalakas naman yung cravings mo for carbohydrates because parehas siya. Because sugars as well comes from carbohydrates. So may ganun siya. There's the science behind it. It's very, really amazing if you get to understand it. So you get to know, no, if you're having that withdrawal symptom. So alam mo, automatically, you know what to do. Okay, kaya mo kausapin si brain. Now, let's talk about dairy. Again, not all dairies are bad for you, no? And when you talk about dairy, kasi oftentimes people just think about milk. But if you look at here, margarine, cream, cheese, I love cheese. These are all dairy products, okay? And yogurts as well are dairy products. And yogurt is good for your brain health. It's good for your gut health. But you want to make sure that it's Greek yogurt and flavored yogurt because again, if there added sugars to it, then malamang no, you're also into the sugar thing. The sweet tooth. You're feeding the sweet tooth. Okay, so when you talk about dairy, no, and if you look at this, so these foods, along with many packed snack foods, no, of dairies, are actually high in trans fat. That's why it is bad for your mental health. And of course, hindi lang siya bad for your mental health, but your body as well. And you may know that trans fat aren't good for your heart and blood vessels. And research has found that they may also wreak havoc in your brain function. Okay, so I am very much guilty with this. I am not a fan of butter, but I am a fan of cream. Kaya may ice cream. I'm a fan of cream and cheese. I love cheese. Okay, so ito talaga, it's something that I really am working on and cutting back on my food, no. But cheese kasi talaga for me, ang hirap. Okay. So a study from the journal Neurology found that older adults who had the highest level of L acid, a common type of trans fat, no, that can be found in dairies, no, in their blood were the most more likely to develop dementia. That's one of the research. So there's more research on this, no. And if you're thinking, no, coach, bakit sabi nila that dairy is really good for your health? Yes, actually, dairy is good, especially in the formative years. Kasi we need fats, we need high fat in order to develop, no, for the brain to develop in the formative years. But as people grow into adults, no, remember that dairies are high in fats, okay? High in fats, naturally high in fat. So malamang pag high in fat, you all know that you just have the certain limit of fat in your diet. So eventually um it becomes ano ba yung word dito? It becomes unhealthy for you. So you want to be able to switch to low fat dairies, okay? Low fat dairies you want to be look into. Again, magkaiba po. Okay, magkaiba po. Our bodies develop through time. So our bodies is the requirement of our body when we are younger, no, it's very different as we age. So you want to be able to look into the aging as well, no? Yung natural aging process natin, because we all know as we age, madaming nangyayari sa katawan natin, metabolisms, digestions, no? Yung pagre-release din ng mga hormones, yung mga functioning na body natin, it changes over time. It's actually not only a result of aging, but accumulated lifestyle, no, on how we eat, on how we exercise, on how we do things, and how we expose stress. So madami po siyang factors. So it is not a one size fits all rule. That's why it is important for you to be able to work with a life coach who is knowledgeable about mental health, and especially, who does experiments, especially in my case, no, nag-experiment ako na when you talk about mental health, it is not just health siya, no, it is a lifestyle. It is a way of living. It is a way of really becoming not only aware, educated, but as well mindful to yourself. And with that, of course, I have this program. So it's a new program. It's Mental Health and Vitality Breakthrough Coaching Program. So this is a 1 year micro coaching program with me, where we get to dive deep, no, into your not only mental health but your holistic health. Kasi I've been diving into, like, mindful eating as well. I am a fitness instructor as well, no. So I have that knowledge and a holistic level, no. And when you talk about mental health, you don't just approach it in an area, no. You have to approach it holistically, and you have to know how to incorporate mental fitness in every aspects of your life. Even in eating food, meron po yang mental fitness. So in this program, we get to dive deeper into why you might not be feeling your best and uncover strategies for boosting your holistic health and wellness through the 6 pillars of vitality and through mental fitness programs. Of course, this includes as well, no, kasama po dito yung exercise. This is just exercise is just a small part of it, no. So we look into stress management as well. So this is all about mental fitness. And when you talk about vitality, to people, when they go into health, naiisip lang nila is literal physical health, but oftentimes, no, it doesn't mean if you are healthy, you are vital. So, ano ibig sabihin ng vital and having that vitality? It means you have that exub, nahindila ako ngayon, no? You have that energy, that zest. Ayan, hindi ko ma-pronounce ngayon si exuberant. Okay. See, you have that vitality, you that energy, you have that zest of life na very in ano, no, na very contagious, that when people see you, meet you, alam mo na, excite din sila. That's actually vitality. And not all healthy people are actually vital if you look at it. And when you talk about vitality, it is not only limited to energy, but it is strongly linked to living a purposeful life, a meaningful life, no? Then no, you know the reasons of why you do things. So you may be healthy, but you don't have the energy to do things, no? So those are two different things. So you want to be able to merge this together, because when you talk about mental health, vitality is very important. Vitality is very important. So this is what you're going to discover. And who is this for? Of course, if you're someone who is tired of allowing your mental conditions or your mental state, no, to define your life, and you want to understand how to better take care of not only your physical health but your mental health, your mental fitness, your emotional health, and your spiritual health as well. And if you are committed to taking action to have a lifestyle change and to put yourself first, and you are serious about getting results and maintaining results. So it's not only as simple as getting results, but you will be able to maintain the results. And if you want to break through your patterns and cycles, in order for you to take full control of your life, regardless of your mental state, then this is the coaching package for you. So I offer a complimentary clarity call session, no? And of course, and for more inquiries, you can connect with me at 0917-894-0400. Sabi ni Coach Park, incorporate mental fitness in all areas of your life, even with what you eat. Yes. Ayan. Okay. So I hope to hear from you and to connect with you. I'm very excited to be able to run through this program. This is a very, very beautiful program. Okay, so as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. So if you are not yet a smart holder of B Learning e-card, then know that you are missing the opportunities, the perks that we are enjoying. And of course, today is the best time for you to take action. It is not too late. Okay, so connect with Coach Giselle 309175861661 to join the Be Learning Society, which is the 10th maker of Be Learning Homes for mental fitness. So, being a Be Learning e-card holder, you get to enjoy a 5% food and beverage discount from B Cup Coffee Republic. You get a full access to Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A, which happens every fourth Saturday of the month. Plus, you get to benefit from a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So you want to save the date on October 30, which is tomorrow at 7 p.m. for our next Mental Model Masterclass, as Master Coach will teach about the Thought Leadership Mental Model Mastery. So you get to learn the Thought Leadership Mental Model and discover how to become a 21st century knowledge entrepreneur. So for more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Giselle to 0917-586-1661. So you still have time to register and to join us. Okay. So for individuals who intend to embark on a journey of becoming a certified life coach, Master Coach A is now offering proactively co-create life coach certification program with CPD accredited units, no, 40 units. So CPD is all about learning new things or refreshing your knowledge by doing new things. And this what makes CACC Life Coach Certification Program the perfect track for your continuous professional development. So I just, no, I joined the first batch, and it's a beautiful journey, and first time in my life, my CPD units na ako. Okay. So life coaching is the 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains and thereby increasing their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace. So the CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. And of course, the program package comes with many other bonuses. So you connect with Coach Cell through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities awaiting for you in this very fulfilling profession. And what's more, you can already get started with the CPD accredited CACC Life Coach Certification Program as low as $100 investment. or a 5,000 investment. So if you want to know more about this, connect with Coach Rizal to 0917-586-1661. So do join us for another coaching conversation tomorrow with Coach Orville for Coaching for Courageous Living at 10 a.m., Master Coach Asmin for Coaching for Frontliners at 2 p.m., and Coach Joanna for Coaching for Moms in Transition in at 4 p.m. So once again, this is Coach Candee Teng from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching TikTok, because coaches like us think and talk like this, and this is us in the Philippines. Love bomb boom, love bomb boom, love bomb boom. Bye bye.